my confident and honest Aries friend. Hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. Aries, there's a restless heat simmering just beneath the surface for you as this week begins. You sense it in the way your mind tugs at the edges of your daily focus, pulling your attention to something you can't quite name. It's not frustration, not really, but a pressure that feels both promising and uncertain, like standing at the start of a race that hasn't been called yet. You can almost taste the anticipation in the back of your throat. The world might see your steady pace, but inside you're holding a secret, a desire to be seen for the parts of yourself that burn brightest, even if those parts feel misunderstood or overlooked. There is a tension here, the urge to charge ahead and the quiet hope that your efforts will finally be recognized for their sincerity. It's not about being loud or brash, but about wanting the space to show up as you are, even if the world expects something else. That longing for authenticity, for a moment when your drive and your heart finally line up, is where your week really begins. You may not have named it aloud, but it's there, alive and waiting to move. This is the week where the Queen of Wands energy settles quietly into your bones. You don't need anyone to tell you how capable you are. You can feel it for yourself in the steady pulse of your ambitions and the warmth with which you approach the world. There's a self-assurance in you that others notice, even if you sometimes question it late at night. It comes through in small ways, the way you speak up when a conversation stalls, the way you laugh even when things feel heavy, or the way you can comfort someone else even while your own challenges are swirling. Yet beneath that confidence, a gentle vulnerability lingers. You might feel pulled between wanting to support everyone around you and needing to hold some energy back for yourself. There's a fire in your heart right now, one that fuels your intentions, your projects, and your relationships, but it isn't reckless. It's thoughtful, even if it sometimes wants to take on more than it should. You're noticing, perhaps more than usual, how much you crave spaces where you can be both strong and soft. There's a magnetic quality to your presence this week. People are drawn to your warmth, but they may not see the effort it takes to keep your inner light burning. You feel this deeply. It's as if every interaction asks you to balance authenticity with resilience, and every day you wake up determined to do it again. Still, there's a question lingering in your heart. Who looks after you when you're so often the one looking after everyone else? The answer might not arrive right away. For now, what's real is the way your own spirit keeps showing up, undimmed by doubt, even when no one is watching. That's the quiet strength alive in you now. Out of this inner landscape, your path for the week begins to reveal itself. The fire you carry, both stabilizing and demanding, seeks a place to land. It's not enough to simply hold your energy. You want to shape it, to give it purpose. As you move through your days, the need for direction grows. You notice the way opportunities seem to hover at the edge of your awareness, and you feel the subtle pressure to act, to choose, to put your intentions into motion. This is the natural consequence of your inner state. Your confidence and vulnerability create a magnetic field around you, drawing in both possibilities and responsibilities. It's as if the world is quietly asking what you'll do with all that unspent energy. And in that invitation, there is both excitement and a hint of apprehension. You find yourself standing at a crossroads, not in the dramatic sense, but in the slow accumulation of small decisions that begin to shape your week. The Page of Pentacles energy settles into your routine, inviting you to pay closer attention to the details. You might feel a gentle nudge to start something new, even if it's something small, a project at work that's been waiting for your input, or a conversation you've been putting off. There's an undercurrent of momentum, the sensation that each step you take matters more than usual. This brings with it a certain friction, the clash between your desire to leap ahead and the reality that progress is often incremental. You may notice that practical matters demand your attention, finances, schedules, the logistics that keep life running. These aren't always glamorous, but this week they take on a new weight. There's a pressure to prove yourself not to others, but to that part of you that wants evidence you're moving in the right direction. It's easy to become impatient, to wish you could skip the groundwork and get to the heart of the matter. Yet every time you pause to reflect, you feel the importance of these small choices. The world asks you to show up, to be present, to invest in the process rather than the outcome. You might feel moments of frustration when things don't move as quickly as you'd like, but there's a quiet satisfaction in seeing even the smallest progress. The friction you feel isn't a sign that you're failing, it's a sign that you care, that you want your actions to mean something. And while the path forward might feel slow at times, it's building something real, something you can stand on. As the week unfolds, it becomes clear that the potential you sense is not automatic. It depends on how willing you are to meet each moment consciously, to show up for yourself as steadfastly as you do for others. The choices you make, how you balance your warmth with your boundaries, how you tend to practical matters without extinguishing your spark, create the conditions for what's possible. Growth doesn't happen by default. It asks for your active participation, your willingness to step into discomfort and stay present with what arises. The rewards aren't guaranteed, but the invitation is always there, waiting for you to accept it on your own terms. If you're able to engage with your week in this way, the potential of justice begins to reveal itself. This isn't about a grand declaration or a dramatic turning point. Instead, it's about finding equilibrium in the midst of all you're holding. Justice asks you to recognize your own limits and gifts, to weigh your actions thoughtfully, and to honor the consequences of your choices. There's an invitation to bring your life into greater balance, to be honest with yourself about what's working and what isn't. This week, growth might look like accepting where you've overextended or acknowledging when you need support. It could show up in the way you forgive yourself for past missteps, or in how you advocate for fairness, both for yourself and others. The satisfaction comes not from perfection but from alignment. When you act in accordance with your values, when you speak and move from a place of authenticity, you feel a quiet rightness settle over your days. The invitation here is to allow yourself to live in that truth, to trust that your efforts matter, and to release the need for constant validation. In doing so, you open the door for a deeper sense of inner peace, a knowing that you are enough right where you are. When you look back on the week, you might notice how these three layers, your inner fire, your deliberate actions, and your search for balance, have woven together. The Queen of Wands gave you the courage to acknowledge your own needs, even as you supported those around you. The Page of Pentacles reminded you that progress is found in the details, in the slow and steady investment of your energy. And Justice offered you the chance to find harmony within yourself, to let go of self-judgment and embrace a more compassionate perspective. None of this required a dramatic transformation. Instead, it was the simple, repeated act of showing up, authentically, imperfectly, and with a willingness to keep learning. If the week felt intense or uncertain, know that this is part of the process. Growth rarely announces itself with fanfare. More often it arrives quietly in the spaces between your efforts. Trust that your willingness to engage, to keep moving forward even when the path is unclear, is enough. By honoring your own needs as much as the needs of others, you create space for real, lasting balance. Whatever unfolds, you remain whole, capable of warmth, wisdom, and integrity. That is the reassurance you carry with you into each new day. Actionable insights for Aries this week. Let yourself notice when you are truly energized and allow that feeling to guide your choices. If you feel stretched thin, try taking a quiet pause, even a few moments, to check in with what your body needs. Give yourself permission to finish one small thing simply for the satisfaction of completion. Spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I am present in my own experience. I let my effort count, even when it's unseen. I accept what is real for me this week. I trust my sense of balance. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.